He didn't have a machete. He didn't have a map. He didn't have a whip. Luke All Thomas was a PhD student sitting in a dorm room. He was bored. He was scrolling through page 16 of Google search results. You know that place? The Desperation Zone? That's where he was. He found a forgotten laser survey from 2013, but when he processed the data, he didn't see trees. He saw a ghost. A lost Mayan megacity called Valeriana. Pyramids, ball courts, a reservoir. It was hiding right next to a modern highway. People had been driving past it for 10 years, totally blind to the metropolis sleeping 10 feet away. Until Luke clicked that link. Welcome to the new age of discovery. We are done with the machetes. We are rewriting history with lasers. Hey everyone, welcome back to Curious Minds. I'm Mateo. Let's be real. When I say archaeologist, you picture Harrison Ford, right? You see the fedora. You see the sweat. That's the movie version. The real version is happening in the sky. Today, we're talking about LIDAR, the tech that strips the Amazon naked. It's revealing that the pristine wilderness we see on TV, it's a lie. The jungle is actually a graveyard of empires. And today, we're going to dig them up. So first, let's look at the weapon. What is LIDAR? It stands for Light Detection and Ranging. Think of it like bat echolocation, but with lasers. Actually, you might have it in your pocket right now. If you have a newer iPhone Pro, those little black circles near the camera, that's a mini LIDAR scanner. It shoots invisible light to measure the room. Self-driving cars use it to see pedestrians in the dark. Now, take that technology, put it on steroids, and strap it to the belly of an airplane. As the plane flies over the jungle, it fires billions of laser pulses at the ground. 99% hit a leaf and bounce back. But 1%, that tiny fraction threads the needle. It slips through the canopy, hits the dirt, and bounces back. The software then does something incredible. They call it digital deforestation. And that name isn't poetic, it's literal. You press a button, and the trees are deleted. The canopy vanishes, and suddenly the ground isn't just mud, it has shapes, it has history. Now, is it perfect? No! It can't tell the difference between a stone wall and a mud wall. LIDAR gives you the X on the map, but it doesn't dig the treasure for you. Let's go to Calakmul, Mexico, the seat of the terrifying Snake Dynasty. For years, we thought this was a ceremonial center, a place for kings and priests, surrounded by wild jungle. That was the assumption. Then, LIDAR peeled back the trees. And here's the twist. The jungle wasn't wild. It was suburbia. The scan revealed massive apartment complexes, some with dozens of rooms, sprawling compounds that looked like manors. It showed marketplaces. It showed neighborhoods packed so tight you could hear your neighbor snore. We used to look at the Maya and see mysterious ruins. LIDAR shows us they were urban planners dealing with the same headaches we have today. Density, water management, and neighbors. The only difference? They did it without steel. Sometimes the discovery is beautiful. In Honduras, there's a place called La Mosquitia, the legendary city of the monkey god. When the LIDAR map first came back, it was like a dream. Pristine plazas, perfect earthworks, a white city shining on the screen, untouched for centuries. It looked inviting. Then they went in. The ground truth was a nightmare. The pristine city was a sanctuary for lethal snakes. They were everywhere, curled under leaves, waiting in the mud. And then came the sandflies. Half the team contracted leishmaniasis, a flesh-eating parasite that dissolves your face if you don't treat it. LIDAR let us see the treasure from the safety of the sky. But the jungle reminded us, you are not welcome here. Finally, let's go to the Upano Valley in Ecuador. This is the one that changes everything. We didn't just find a city. We found a civilization. LIDAR revealed a network of around 6,000 earthen platforms connected by roads. And I don't mean paths, I mean highways. Straight, wide, digging through the landscape for miles. The world thought these were small, isolated tribes. The data proves otherwise. These were societies the size of small countries. Estimates suggest up to 30,000 people living in a garden city that lasted 1,000 years. It completely reorients your brain. The Amazon wasn't empty. It was full. Now this brings us to the hard part. The part that stings a little. We spent 500 years calling this place a wilderness. We called it untouched. Because we couldn't see the cities, we assumed they weren't there. We ignored the indigenous stories that told us otherwise. We didn't discover these places. We just finally built a machine humble enough to notice them. But there is hope in that. So, Mateo, why does this matter to me? I'm just sitting in traffic. I'm just washing dishes. I'm not even an archaeologist. It matters because we are terrified of the future. We worry about climate change. We worry we can't build cities without destroying the earth. These people, they figured it out. They built massive water systems. They built sustainable cities in the harshest environment on earth. We aren't just finding their history. We are finding a blueprint for our survival. I want you to take a second and think about that. Sometimes the biggest secrets aren't hidden in deep caves. They are hidden in the data we've already collected, just waiting for someone curious enough to ask the right question. So here is my challenge to you this week. Look at the boring stuff in your life. The old files, the standard routines, the page 16 of your own world. What discovery is hiding there, just waiting for you to look at it differently? The map is not finished. The world isn't empty. It's just waiting for you to open your eyes. I'm Mateo, and this is Curious Minds Podcast. Stay curious. Stay engaged. See you next week.